It is genuinely wild how far AI video technology has advanced to the point where concepts once considered pure science fiction are now just part of the daily toolkit. You can now generate footage that truly looks like it was pulled directly off a high-end studio set, complete with detailed atmosphere and environmental sound. Beyond just visuals, these incredible tools can expertly layer in subtle ambient noise, specific spot effects, and even surprisingly believable character dialogue. Consider a simple prompt like asking for someone's favorite dessert, and suddenly, the AI constructs an entire tiny, fully realized skit around that premise. While these generative models are certainly flashy and capture a lot of attention, I want to focus today on a different, more practical kind of magic we use constantly. That magic involves taking existing, very long-form content and transforming it into those bite-sized, highly viral-ready clips without any of the usual manual chopping and stress. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you through some of the most current AI video capabilities. We will examine the pros and cons of a few popular image and text-to-video generators currently on the market. Finally, I'll demonstrate how a tool I personally rely on, Vizard, simplifies life immensely for creators stuck in that never-ending long-form to short-form pipeline. I promise to keep this discussion entirely practical, steering clear of sounding like a cheesy advertisement. Think of this as a seasoned peer sharing the exact shortcuts you wish you knew earlier. To kick things off, let's briefly look at the flashy generative tools that are currently dominating the conversation. Google's VO3 model is absolutely jaw-dropping in almost every conceivable aspect when you see its initial outputs. It excels at producing visually gorgeous scenes, and remarkably, it intelligently builds in accompanying audio elements automatically. This includes fitting ambient background noise, perfectly timed sound effects that match the on-screen action, and surprisingly, natural-sounding text-to-speech narration. The final cinematic quality can be truly stunning, perhaps rendering a gooey, mouth-watering chocolate chip cookie that looks perfectly edible. Alternatively, it can create sweeping, dramatic wide shots that showcase convincing depth of field, adding a professional feel to simple concepts. However, the downsides start to appear when you look past the first few amazing test clips. VO3, like many top-tier tools, will cost you a recurring fee to use consistently over the long term, which impacts small budgets. Furthermore, there is an upper technical limit on the length of any single clip it can produce, meaning you cannot stitch together long, continuous sequences easily. You will also occasionally encounter small, immersion-breaking glitches, such as seeing a character chewing without actually having taken a bite of food. So, while it's fantastic for generating very short, highly polished promotional bits, it often falls short for creators needing a continuous stream of repurposed material. Shifting gears, let's look at Seedance from ByteDance, the company you probably know best for powering TikTok and CapCut. Seedance frequently ranks highly on performance leaderboards because it is exceptionally fast and quite affordable for rapid concept experimentation. It smartly offers a system of daily credits, which is great for testing ideas, and it makes transitioning from a still image to a video quite seamless. The user interface for Seedance is generally regarded as being very intuitive and straightforward for new users to pick up quickly. The main constraint here is that it operates strictly on a credit basis, meaning heavy, daily users will quickly encounter and feel those established limits. Furthermore, achieving the highest export quality or removing any built-in watermarks usually necessitates an upgrade to one of their paid subscription tiers. If you are only testing out new concepts or producing just a couple of clips each day, Seedance offers an absolutely awesome starting point. However, for creators demanding consistent, brand-safe output volumes at any significant scale, you will likely begin to feel notable operational friction. Next up, we have Kling AI, which has become another favorite among the community thanks to its impressive speed and often surprisingly realistic generated results. Kling offers a really neat feature where you can define both a starting image and a desired ending image to generate the motion perfectly between those 2 points. They also include a clever multi-element manipulation tool that allows you to effectively swap out specific objects within an already generated clip. This capability makes Kling brilliant for executing those highly creative, one-off conceptual posts that require specific visual manipulation. But, as is sometimes the case, facial consistency can occasionally become slightly distorted, and using their premium models drains your credits at a significantly faster rate. This means that for those of us churning out content on a regular weekly basis, the overall production cost can creep up surprisingly quickly. Moving on, Hailuo Minimax really distinguishes itself by offering remarkably realistic physics simulation and incredibly high prompt fidelity. This particular model does a fantastic job of meticulously following your detailed textual directions and maintaining believable physical interactions with the digital surroundings. The primary trade-off for this superior fidelity is that you are usually restricted to very short free windows for testing, which pushes you toward a paid plan for ongoing production. If you require consistent results that adhere strictly to complex instructions, Minimax is a strong contender, provided you budget for the subscription. Next up is Runway Gen 4, which has established itself as the premier choice when you need true consistency and robust in-shot editing capabilities. capabilities. It is absolutely amazing when your project demands that you keep a specific character, object, or aesthetic look consistent across multiple disparate scenes. You can upload a reference image or clip, and Runway's system works hard to apply that learned visual DNA reliably to all subsequent generations. It's important to note that Runway is architected more like a full editing suite than just a pure one-shot generator, which is a plus for fine control. The trade-off is that this level of fine control and robustness often translates into a higher overall price point for creators prioritizing speed over granular editing. All of the generative tools we just discussed can produce absolutely fantastic, compelling clips that are definitely worth your time to experiment with. But here is the crucial distinction. Most of these models are fundamentally built around creation starting entirely from scratch, using text or image inputs to get an output. That process is incredibly powerful for generating concept pieces, highly stylized short films, or quick single-shot promotional videos. However, if your daily workflow looks more like processing long live streams, extended interviews, or hour-plus podcasts, these tools only partially help. The main pain point they absolutely do not solve is the relentless, time-consuming grind of manually editing, clipping, scheduling, and posting that volume of content at scale. This brings me directly to the tool that is revolutionizing my own content pipeline, Vizard, which tackles the repurposing challenge head-on. Instead of starting from a blank slate or a simple text prompt, Vizard intelligently begins its process with your actual, complete long-form video files. It automatically scans the entire recording to pinpoint the exact moments that have the highest potential to perform well on social media. This means it isolates genuine laughs, passionate hot takes, and those perfectly quotable lines, turning them into clips that are already formatted for immediate posting. You completely bypass the need to manually hunt down specific timestamps or perform tedious, frame-by-frame local exports. It genuinely feels like you have an expert editor working for you who intuitively knows exactly what viewers will stop scrolling to watch. The second major feature is the integrated auto-schedule function. Once the clips are generated, you just tell Vizard your desired posting frequency. The AI then intelligently handles the timing and distribution across your chosen platforms, filling out your content calendar without constant oversight. Thirdly, the centralized content calendar empowers you to manage, tweak, and publish everything from one unified dashboard. Need to refine a generated caption or swap out an automatically selected thumbnail before it goes live? That process is made incredibly simple. Want to automatically push that one top-performing clip across Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts simultaneously? Vizard makes that entire multi-platform flow feel natural. Now, let's discuss the subtle but absolutely crucial advantage Vizard offers: maintaining your genuine creator voice throughout all the clips. While generative AI is excellent at inventing brand new content, it can sometimes drift away from your established stylistic identity over time. Vizard, conversely, takes what you actually said on camera and amplifies those specific moments, ensuring the tone and punchlines remain unmistakably yours. This unwavering authenticity is precisely why audience engagement metrics tend to climb, as viewers feel a much stronger, more direct connection to the source material. Let's quickly compare the workflows side by side for a practical example. Imagine you recorded a 1-hour sit-down covering a cookie taste test, a bike ride, and a discussion about winter gear. With a tool like VO3 or Kling, you could generate some highly stylized cinematic clips, perhaps imagining a snowy version of your bike ride. Those specialized assets are fantastic for unique brand marketing materials or specific conceptual posts you might run once. But if your primary goal is consistent daily posting derived from that same 1 hour of footage, highlighting reactions and best quotes, Vizard will save you dozens of editing hours. Instead of spending time finding that single best minute, exporting 10 different clips manually, and uploading them across 5 separate apps, the difference is massive. Vizard handles the batch clip production, automatically schedules their release, and keeps the entire distribution plan neatly organized within that single calendar view. Ultimately, you gain the superior storytelling depth of long-form content combined with the massive reach potential of short-form content, all without the dreaded editing grind. There is also a significant automation layer that really helps when you need to scale your content output beyond what one person can manually manage. You can integrate Vizard into external automation tools like Zapier if that fits your existing technical stack perfectly. Even without external tools, Vizard's native integrations allow clips to drop directly into the social platforms you actively use, minimizing friction. This means that once you upload that long video, the entire chain, extraction, editing, scheduling, and posting, can run automatically with almost zero intervention from you. For creators who are aiming to post multiple times across different channels every single day, this level of automation is nothing short of a complete game changer for productivity. I certainly don't want to overpromise or hype any single piece of software to an unrealistic degree, because that is not helpful. If your specific need is to create brand new stylized animations or scenes built entirely from scratch, then VO3, Seedance, or Kling remain absolutely excellent choices for that task, or Kling remain. And if your core requirement is achieving absolute repeatable visual consistency across many different scenes, Runway Gen 4 remains virtually unbeatable for that specialized purpose. But for the vast majority of creators who genuinely live off the consistent repurposing of their existing work, think podcasters, streamers, and instructors, Vizard fills a critical gap. That gap is operational efficiency and the ability to maintain your authentic voice while delivering that content consistently at scale. For those of you wanting to test this out right now, here are a couple of practical steps you can take immediately. First, upload a complete raw episode or a full training session into the Vizard platform to let the highlight extraction run its course. Next, review the batch of suggested cuts the AI presents. You will usually only need to tweak 1 or 2 generated captions, perhaps selecting a better thumbnail. After those minimal adjustments, simply set your desired posting frequency and then let the system manage the rest of the routine execution. Pair this efficiency with a little bit of cross-platform nuance, like using shorter captions for TikTok versus slightly longer ones for YouTube Shorts to optimize performance. Make sure that you utilize the platform native aspect ratios for every format, which Vizard often assists with to keep your entire feed looking polished and professional. And finally, let's address the mental hurdle many creators face, the feeling that you must choose between pure creativity and necessary content consistency. The modern reality is that you can absolutely achieve both success metrics by strategically letting the right tools manage the routine, repetitive tasks for you. Use those flashy generative AI models for your special, high-concept pieces and major brand campaigns when they are truly needed. Then, reserve Vizard for the critical, steady drip of day-to-day engagement content that keeps your audience returning every single week. When used together, these tools form an incredibly powerful modern production combo. One, creating the show-stopping visuals, the other ensuring constant audience connection. If you are curious to see how this powerful system could specifically integrate into your own content workflow, I strongly encourage you to try uploading just one long video. You will likely be very surprised by how many high shareability moments we're actually hiding in plain sight within your existing footage that you missed. And if you find that compelling, let me know, because next time I can walk you through a complete case study showing exactly that process. We will take a raw, messy 1-hour stream, run it through Vizard, and watch the publishing calendar instantly fill up with perfectly timed posts. Either way you choose to proceed, I wish you happy creating, and I look forward to seeing you all in the very next video.